This next piece is about empowering your people to act like owners. How do you do that? How do you make decisions in the moment that fit both the brand and what the customer needs? And I want to show you what bad looks like. I just want to show you what really bad looks like, for an example, so you can see what not to do for a second. And it'll be in the form of a personal story. You see, these days I spend half my year living in downtown Chicago. I live a couple of blocks from Rush Street. Anybody Rush Street? Yeah, there you go. And my wife is a yogi, has been for years now. And every morning she walks to yoga and she passes all of the fancy shops on Oak Street and Rush Street. And there's Prada and Gucci and all those nice stores. And then there's a few individual boutiques. And she goes by and one day she comes home and she says to me, I passed such and such a store. Let's just call it Acme Boutique. I passed Acme Boutique and I see these sandals. I love these sandals. She says, I love these sandals, but they're so ridiculously expensive. You know that boutique, I'm never gonna buy them. So I do the 31 years married, I roll the eyes in the back of the head and say, okay, I understand. Well, one day I get home, usually I travel Monday through Friday. I get home on a Friday night. I walk into the lobby of my condo building and who do I meet in the lobby but my wife? And she's holding a bag from Acme Boutique. What's in the bag, honey? You know those sandals? The sandals that are so expensive, I'm never gonna buy them? I broke down and bought them today. Don't ask me how much they were. Okay, Friday night, no problem. We go upstairs, and I said to her, are you gonna try them on? No, tomorrow morning when we go to the farmer's market, I'll put them on, because every Saturday morning we go to the farmer's market, and it's summer, and I'll put them on, and we meet at the front door of our apartment, and I see her do this. Ladies, you know this move. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? They're cute, right? They're cute. And boom, a handbag goes down on the leg. You know that move? You know that move, right? What do you think? And I say, yeah, they're cute. And she blurts out like a number that has so many zeros on it, I can't imagine it. And she says, oh, I just spent, stop. They're flip-flops. You spend half the national debt on flip-flops, let's move on. Let's get over it. We got to actually buy a pound of rice for the week after that. Let's go. So we get in the elevator, we go down, we walk through the lobby, we walk out onto the cement, and the first step she makes onto the concrete, what happens? Of course they break. But I mean, the first step, she bought them at $5.50 the night before. She didn't put them on. It's the first step on the concrete. Are you with me, John? You know my feeling here? They break. What do? You're somebody's husband. What do? You got to resolve it, right? She's a tiny woman, and expletives are flying. Flying. She's a Jersey girl, right? The expletives are flying, and I say, sweetheart, honey, baby, relax. Listen, on the way to the farmer's market, we have to pass Acme Boutique. We're just going to exchange them. That's all. We're going to make an exchange. It's that easy, Liesel. We're going to exchange these puppies. Because it's down the block. It's not just down the block, it's on our block. You see, we live here and it's there and the farmer's market is there. That's it. We're going there. You ready to go? And we go. And we go into the store, which is about a 3-minute walk, and there's Evan. This isn't really Evan, by the way. I don't use a picture of Evan because I hate Evan. I do. And I want to tell you why I hate Evan. Evan is 6 feet tall. He has shoulders like this, a waist like this, and he has that hair with that curl that comes perfectly right here like Clark Kent, and a chin that's square with a little dimple in it. I hate Evan. And you want to know what Evan's job is? Evan's job is to sell fancy clothes to ladies all day long. How dare you, Evan? How dare you live that life, Evan? I will tell you, he's charming, though. And I walk in, and my wife is going to exchange the shoes, and I say, okay, I'm going to sit on that tufted chair where the middle-aged husbands sit and open up their phone and play solitaire. That's what I'm going to do. You go and exchange the shoes. And she walks up to the counter, and there's a lot of this going on. So, Evan, manager of this store, I bought these at $5.50 last night, as you can see from my receipt, and I walked out the front door today, and so I'm not paying attention to that. And I hear the following words. We don't take back worn shoes. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm ready. My Scooby-Doo ear goes, "Whoa." So I say, well, that's not possible. It must have been must be the medication. I didn't possibly hear that, right? Another 30 seconds go by, and I hear, "We don't take back worn shoes." That's it, I'm up. I took the hoops out and everything. I'm ready to go. I go up to the counter, and my wife, who's 5 feet tall and 90-something pounds, goes, "I got this." And it's the deep voice, "I got this." Okay, well, it doesn't go well. He finally says, "We don't take back worn shoes. The conversation's over." Ooh. Oh, yeah, it's over, because I picked up my 97-pound wife, I took off the other shoe, I picked her up under my arm, and I walked my ass out of that store and sat down on the front stoop, and not only did I Yelp that experience as I canceled my American Express card, but I told anybody going in the store what the experience was. You should see me multitask, Yelping and canceling an American Express card at the same time. The problem was that my Yelp was lost in 150 other Yelps about Evan and that store and the experiences they were having, and I kid you not, I was shocked. I was amazed. Why does Evan, tell me, I want you to talk to me, why does Evan have dissatisfied customers leaving that store? Why? Not empowered. Not empowered. He's actually focused, laser-like focused on policy. He got a policy. As a matter of fact, his general manager called me to beg me to take down the Yelp, telling me he'd give me my money back if I took down my Yelp post. Real story. And I said to him, why is Evan not empowered? Why is Evan not empowered to act like an owner? I said, clearly she didn't walk through Machu Picchu with these sandals. We walked down the block. Is Evan empowered to make decisions to support the customer service strategy you put on your website, was the question I asked the man. And he said, no, he isn't. I said, well, that's a problem, because we live around the corner. My wife is now retired, and she likes to do two things: go yoga shopping and go clothes shopping. Yoga studio and clothes shopping. And now she's not going there anymore. And 1 year later, this is what happened. This is a real slide from the actual store, I swear on my life. Store closing, everything must go, 30 to 50% off. Bye, Felicia. I watch my Real Housewives. I know what's going on in the world. Go Atlanta. Bye, Felicia, the store is gone. The store is gone. I feel bad. Because they had great products. They had great, beautiful, cutting-edge products. They delivered to that part of their strategy. Great cutting-edge couture in great locations. They had the worst experience. So I want you to think about how you're feeling empowered and how you're empowering your team members, because it says now on the guarantee, ask anybody on the team. Yes? Are they empowered? It's not all about the products. It's about the product and the service. You see, we come up with a great new breakfast item, and they come up with a great new breakfast item. And we put a rounded shower curtain in, and they put a rounded shower curtain in. And we do a washable duvet, and they do a washable duvet. Yes? It's exhausting keeping up with that. But what can never be duplicated, what is actually as unique as your fingerprint, is the customer experience you create. It is, in fact, our differentiator. It can never be knocked off. It can never be replicated. It is ours. So let's look at that, because it's not these big, grandiose measures. It's the little things that matter. It says it in your brand compass. We focus on little things that can make a big difference, and it's so true. And I just want to share with you a little personal story about Hampton. My experience in Hampton. This is my youngest son, Jordan. Go blue! Go blue. At least my checks went blue for about 4 years. Whew. So He's graduating from college last spring, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, near Zingerman's. My wife and I are going to Ann Arbor, and the hotels are packed. Victor's Way, Ann Arbor, are you here? Woo! The Hampton on Victor's Way in Ann Arbor is absolutely teeming with people. And that breakfast bar has got 150 people, and one breakfast hostess there, and I will tell you, she's doing 50 things at once, and she's doing them well. She's managing this sea of insanity. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Clap, give her a round of applause. Hundreds of people, and I'm standing here, and the hostess is standing here, and there's this grandma, and she's standing here. I hear, in a little whisper of a voice from the grandma, "Oh, it's chilly. It's chilly in here." That's it. I don't pay her any mind. The hostess, with her bionic ear, boo, 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 hears this. And she goes right past me, just like that, and she says, "Ma'am, I have a sweater in my locker. Would you like me to get it for you?" Oh, my goodness. What did she have to gain from that? What did she have to gain from that except for her sweater smelling like grandma? Nobody wants to smell like grandma, except maybe grandpa, but that's a different show. So let's talk about the sweater. This is serious, right? I'm an Italian Jew from Jersey, so I cry at everything, like grocery store openings and the Star Spangled Banner. I'm just a crier. I really am. I'm not joking. A tear wells up in my eye. I literally well up that this woman is doing a very hard job. She's not getting rich off of this. She has got nothing to gain by giving the sweater, heard this and ran over and made this gesture, put a hand on this elder woman's shoulder who was there for her grandson or her great-granddaughter's graduation and offered her personal sweater from her locker when she had other things to do, and I welled up with tears. And my wife comes up to me. She goes, "Oh, honey, our baby's graduating and you're so..." I said, "Oh, stop it. I can't wait till he's off the payroll." The woman offered the sweater. That's what it's all about. It's about the sweater, people. It's about the sweater. And how engaged this young lady was, and how attentive she was, and how it was in her heart, in her DNA to do this. She was special, and she was unique. And she made a difference that I'm talking about 8 months later. By the way, I don't just talk about it here, it's in every one of my speeches, that story about your brand. Yeah. I don't want to have to memorize new stuff. Come on. So businesses fail at this, right? There are businesses that can't make that emotional connection. They fail, and where do they end up? They end up here. They end up in the cemetery of failed businesses because of customer experience. You're laughing, right? It's true. It's true, right? You've seen this. I'm going to tell you a story about it today. Bad customer experience. No strategy for customer experience. Great customer experience strategy, but no ability to connect my team to it. Those are what the tombstones say. That's what happens out there. Even if you've got a great strategy, but you don't connect your people to it, it goes nowhere.